Hello, my dear students. Today we're going to talk about the presentation, the slides I sent you about the present progressive or present continuous. In the first page, you can see the affirmative clauses, 4 sentences, 4 examples, and you have a scheme in the first page with interrogative clauses and the word order. When you have a WH, of course, that's the first word as usual. Then you have the auxiliary in the order, subject, the verb plus ing, and the object. In the negative clauses, the word order is subject, auxiliary, not that you can contract also. You can contract the auxiliary and not, except for the first person singular, in which you can do it. And then you have the verb plus ing and the object. In the interrogative negative clauses, while instead you have the auxiliary in a negative form, then you have the subject, then the verb plus ing and the object, and a question mark, of course. There are some exceptions, of course. If the verb ends in E, then the E drops, while for the monosyllables like shop, which end in one consonant preceded by only one vowel, like shop, for example, they double the final consonant before adding ing. And the same happens with the two-syllable words, verbs, which have the accent in the second syllable, like refer, referring, while read doesn't double the final D, because before the final consonant there are two vowels, the E and A, and offer, the same happens to offer, which is a two-syllable verb, but the accent is in the first syllable. The same happens for the two syllables which end in L, even if the accent is not in the final syllable, like travel becomes traveling, it doubles the final L. And the verbs ending in IE change IE in Y, like lie becomes lying, and die becomes dying. And the verbs ending in C add a K before ing, like panic, panicking. While all the verbs ending in Y don't change, like study, studying, or play, playing. It doesn't matter if the Y is preceded by a consonant or by a vowel. When and how do we use the present continuous? To talk about actions taking place around now. We use the present progressive to talk about temporary actions and situations that are going on around now, before, during, and after the moment of speaking. And then you have 3 examples. To talk about changes, we also use the present progressive to talk about developing and changing situations, even if these are very long-lasting. Or to talk about the future in planned actions. For example, I'm going to the cinema tonight, I've got the tickets, so that means that you're sure you're going to the cinema tonight. If you're talking about knowing repeated actions, Kate is always asking silly questions. Kate non fa che chiedere domande sciocche. Or in the description of pictures, images, and paintings. For example, in this oil painting, the men on the left are fishing, the ones on the right are talking, etc. Trends which are more and more popular. Tattoos are becoming very popular. With idioms like, how is it going? How are you getting on? How are you doing? Don't forget that how are you means come stai. The present progressive is not used with stated verbs. The ones referring to mental and emotional state, like believe, doubt, feel, have an opinion, imagine, know, like or dislike, love, hate, prefer, realize, recognize, remember, see, understand, suppose, think, have an opinion, want, or wish. with the use of the senses like appear, hear, look, see, seem, smell, sound, and taste. When communicating and causing reactions, agree, astonish, deny, disagree, impress, mean, please, promise, satisfy, surprise. In other cases like the verbs be, belong, concern, consist, contain, depend, deserve, fit, include, involve, lack, matter, measure, have the length, etc., need, owe, own, possess, weigh, have the weight. Anyway, some of these verbs can be used both with simple present and with present progressive or continuous. And here is a list. For example, the verb expect. When it means believe, then you have to use the simple present. I expect Jack will buy that car. When it's used with the meaning of aspettarsi, then you can use the present progressive. We're expecting to win the match. Feel, think, to have the impression, then you use the simple present. I feel we must sign the agreement. If it's used when you mean sentirsi, I mean about the earth, then you say she's feeling well. See, when it means vedere, capire, then you use it with simple present. I never see her, I see what you mean. When it's used with the meaning of meet, then you use the present progressive. You can use the present progressive. Are you seeing your boyfriend tomorrow, for example? Smell, when it means avere l'odore di, then you use the simple present. This smells terrible. When it's used with the meaning of annusare, then you can use the present progressive. What is the dog smelling? Taste, avere sapore di. This ice cream tastes delicious. When it means assaggiare, then you use the present progressive. Why are you tasting the sauce? Think. If it means to have an opinion about something, then you use only simple present. I think they are wrong. When you use it and you mean meditare, riflettere su qualcosa, then you can use the present progressive. Are you thinking about the school project? Remember that the following verbs are always followed by ing. Love, hate, like, prefer, don't mind, dislike, can't stand, hate, detest. It means that if you write a sentence, if you say a sentence with love, for example, the verb that follows must have the ing form. For example, I love doing, I enjoy studying, I like wearing, I prefer doing, etc. The time expressions that make you understand that you have to use the simple present or present progressive are, for simple present, the adverbs of frequency, of course, all the other adverbs of frequency, and every day, every week, every month, every year, every season. The present progressive instead, now, at the moment, around now, just now, today, this week, month, year, season, tonight, and tomorrow. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'll send you some homework to do on your book, some pages to complete on your book. And what else? I hope you enjoyed the lesson. See you next class.